Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. So now guys, sometimes we have to look beyond the headline to really understand what is in play or the game that is afoot. Guys, I bring you this: Yaya Bello under investigation for fraud, Efcc announces. So a headline attributed to Efcc and their new boy that is in charge of that organization now. He's looking to make waves. So Yaya Bello, you have to understand, is the bag man for the Buhari regime. This is the guy that they use as a conduit to funnel money, especially under the Abakari regime. When Abakari was the president, he was the one that they were using before President Abakari died. So the history of money laundering is so replete within that Kogi state, and especially within the personage of Yaya Bello, is so replete, is so murky, the history of money laundering and corruption that they use Yaya Bello to perpetrate against the Nigerian state, that any move against Yaya Bello will bring down the regime. But alas, a headline for the cameras, a publicity stunt, as again, Yaya Bello under investigation for fraud, a headline attributed to the EFCC. So now let's now see how this has been explained. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) says it has commenced an investigation into the fraud allegation leveled against Kogi State government and Governor Yaya Bello. In a letter signed by the EFCC's Director of Operation Abdul Karim Chakul and seen by correspondents, the anti-graft agency said it received a petition filed against Mr. Bello and certain officials in his government. A non-governmental organization, the Anti-Corruption Network, on March the 1st, filed the petition against the governor on claims that it uncovered huge financial fraud carried out in the state. A copy of the petition, shared on Twitter by former Kogi Senator Dino Melaye, the organization detailed the allegations of financial mismanagement and corruption by Mr. Bello, a member of the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC). The governor was said to have awarded contracts to non-legal persons, even so without due process. According to Mr. Melaye, the petition was also submitted to the Independent Corruption Practices and Other Related Offences Commission (ICPC), U.S. Embassy, British High Commission, and Transparency International. A part of the petition reads, "We have meticulously investigated and uncovered huge financial fraud carried out by Kogi State government, the governor of Kogi State, and his cohorts from 2016 to 2019, ranging from award of contracts to non-legal persons, award of contracts without due process, circumvention of procurement procedures, suspicious payments made without specific breakdown, money laundering, borrowing from non-capital markets, fraudulent loan, and many others." The organization further urged the new EFCC chairman, Abdul Rashid Bawa, to use his good office and cause a further investigation on this matter and bring the perpetrators to book. The EFCC, in the letter dated March the 26th, summoned the group for an interview on March the 31st at its headquarters in Abuja. The spokesperson for the anti-graft agency, Wilson Uwajerin, however, did not respond to a call seeking his comment on the investigation. On March the 4th, the People's Democratic Party (PDP), through its National Publicity Secretary, Kola Ologbondiyan, asked the governor to answer to revelations by the Anti-Corruption Network that he laundered over 3.7 billion naira, in addition to billions of naira allegedly laundered through other individuals. Also, Governor Yaya Bello should answer to allegations by the Anti-Corruption Network that he siphoned billions of naira through awards of contracts without due process to South Bridge Integrated Services Limited to the tune of 624 million naira, in addition to 5 other companies which allegedly got between 22 million naira, 129 million naira respectively, the PDP said in a statement. Against this background, our party calls on the Efcc under its new leadership to immediately commence investigation by inviting all those mentioned in the report, as well as prosecute any individual or company indicted in the matter. Similarly, the Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project (SERAP), in a letter dated March the 27th, appealed to President Muhammadu Buhari to probe the governor over mismanagement of C-19 donations and support from the federal government. The governor stirred controversy in the heat of the C-19 pandemic, joining issues with the Nigeria Center for Disease Control and the Presidential Task Force to declare that the state is not testing at all and is an absolute high risk for Nigerians to go there because there is no testing facility, and even if you fall sick, there is no isolation center, and they don't even acknowledge that the disease exists. Syrup, in a letter signed by its deputy director, Kolawole Oluwadare, urged Mr. Buhari to direct the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami SAN, and appropriate anti-corruption agencies to investigate alleged misuse of the 4.5 billion naira donations, loans, and support the Kogi state government obtained from the federal government, including 90 billion naira reportedly spent on software to track C-19 cases in the state. The organization stated that if there is relevant and sufficient admissible evidence, anyone suspected to be involved should face prosecution as appropriate. The group reminded Mr. Buhari of the promise he made at his inaugural speech in 2015, where he said his administration will ensure that the gross corruption at the local level is checked. For I will have not kept my trust with the Nigerian people if I allow others to abuse theirs under my watch. Syrup stated, as you have correctly stated, the obligation of your government is to combat corruption in Nigeria, extended to the 3 tiers of government, namely the federal, state, and local government. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. But heavens will fall. Heavens will fall before Yaya Bello is arraigned before any court. Imagine that they spent 90 billion naira, 90 billion naira to buy equipment to scan for C-19 in Kogi State. Imagine that. So imagine if that was the cost, and if all the states of the federation then followed suit. 90 billion naira to buy equipment to scan in the 36 states of the country. So each state spending 90 billion individually. I can't even do the mathematics, but you can do the mathematics. And we're talking about half of the national reserves that these people will just loot in one fell swoop. So everything, of course, is a looting opportunity within the Nigerian space. I've said that severally, and that remains always the case. Any crisis or any situation is an opportunity for somebody to steal within the Nigerian space, and this is another classic example. 90 billion naira on C-19 scanners. Where is that scanner coming from? I never even knew that there were scanners. All they had is just the sort of barcode guns that they use in supermarkets to scan products. Is what they just used to do temperature test on people's head, just to get a quick snapshot of where you are. So this is what Kogi State is spending 90 billion naira on, and you say you are fighting corruption in the same breath. But as I said, heavens will fall before Yaya Bello is ever arraigned before any court in Nigeria, because Yaya Bello is the custodian of all of the dirty secrets of the Buhari regime. Is, as I said, the one they used to funnel money. It was Abakari's boy before Abakari died, and it's the APC boy, as we know. As I said also, that all might not be as it appears with some of these things. So you know that they are now trying to tout Yaya Bello as a possible presidential candidate. So now, and of course, they are trying to tout him, but there are a lot of corruption allegations leveled against him. So what might well be in play is that they're using this window of opportunity to say that the EFCC has investigated him, and there are one or two minor misdemeanors here and there, but they give him a clean bill of health for him to then run for that ticket in 2023. And this might well also be what is in play for the Tinubu situation, by the way. All this chasing around of Tinubu by the EFCC, that might well be to arrive at that point where they give him a clean bill of health to say that Tinubu has been investigated and not found wanting. So this might well be in play, because nothing can be discounted with this particularly devious and corrupt regime that we have in situation at the moment. Conversations in the comment section. Come share thoughts about all this with me in the comment section. Yaya Bello in play, but is he really in play is the question. Click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. The bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Click on like as well, because that helps with the YouTube algorithm. Once you've done all the clickings, they are saying they are investigating Yaya Bello, but is it Boju Boju is my question. So I'll leave you here. Carry this conversation on with you in the comment section, but here I say peace.